Right now, a Saturday morning standoff on Madison's north side ends in 2 arrests. We have the details on what led up to the incident. Also on the road to 2024, presidential candidates continuing to make their case to potential voters, but it comes as former President Trump faces new charges. We have the latest this hour.
Good Sunday morning there, folks. Kyle's got blue on and I've got the blue glasses on, but will that bring rain to southern Wisconsin?
Thank you, Alex. It's Sunday, August 6th. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. Almost said it's Saturday, but it's Sunday. We're hoping for some rain today. Got the blue on, as Alex said. We'll take it over there for a look at your Sunday forecast, Alex.
Yeah, Kyle, I couldn't help it. We try to color coordinate with the weather. I try to color coordinate with the glasses too. I think a lot of you folks have figured that out by now, but the rain chances right now are well off towards the south and towards the west in high resolution radar. This is over north central Iowa, south central Minnesota. It will be scooting off towards the east, but unfortunately, I mentioned yesterday that there could be the potential that this weather system would slip south and underneath the area, and I think that's going to verify. Still looking as though this weather system will shift to the south. There could be a shower and isolated thunderstorm, and I think the chances here are probably going to be more towards the south and the west of Madison, and I might even take out the thunderstorm chances we get a little bit later into the morning here as I continue to watch the forecast. With all certainty, it will be a little bit cooler on your Monday with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area, but I guess that's pretty refreshing for this time of year. At least it's not hot and humid.
Thank you so much, Alex. A noise complaint on Madison's north side led to an arrest of 2 people after a man pointed a gun at police officers. Police said the complaint was called in around 4:45 Saturday morning on the 2300 block of Monterey Drive. A man allegedly pointed a gun at officers who were investigating the complaint. The man allegedly retreated into an apartment later. After a few hours, officers were able to resolve the situation with 2 people being arrested on felony parole violations.
2 people are taken into custody, both adults. One had a Department of Corrections felony warrant, and the other suspect also had a Department of Corrections felony warrant. There was also felony charges for him.
Madison police say a firearm was recovered from the scene. Authorities have recovered the body of a second boater at a lake in northern Wisconsin. The body of Doug Robinson, age 59, of Chautauqua, was found in Pacoma Lake a day after another man from the same pontoon boat died. The search for Robinson started Friday after the body of a man from Chippewa Falls named Scott Bromund was brought to shore. He was also 59. The cause of their deaths was not immediately known, though no foul play is suspected. New this morning, 3 people are dead and others are injured from a mass shooting in Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police say it happened in the Anacostia neighborhood Saturday night. So far, investigators say 2 men and a woman have died. 2 other shooting victims were hospitalized with injuries. Police say officers were around the area when shots rang out.
It can't rest upon the Metropolitan Police Department to determine what works and what doesn't work. We need the community to be involved. We need you, if you saw something, we need you to say something. This kind of gun violence is not acceptable in the District of Columbia. This is not a war zone.
Officers believe there were others who were hurt. Parts of the neighborhood were closed off as police investigate. Following his arraignment in Washington on more criminal charges, President Trump has been back on the campaign trail this weekend, but he faces a new legal challenge over his public comments on the indictments. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
In South Carolina Saturday night, former President Donald Trump didn't let up.
It's a disgrace.
Railing against the criminal charges he faces and special counsel Jack Smith.
Called a sham indictment, and the man that's doing it, I really believe he's mentally ill.
On Friday, government prosecutors asked a federal judge for a protective order to limit what Trump can say publicly about the proceedings in the 2020 election interference case. They cited concerns he might share pretrial evidence and his history of making public statements regarding individuals involved in legal proceedings against him. pointing to this Truth Social post Friday, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you."
Unscrupulous accomplices.
A new Trump campaign ad targets officials leading Trump-related investigations, including Smith and several others.
To the fraud squad.
Few of his Republican opponents have been willing to risk criticizing Trump and alienating GOP primary voters, but there are cracks in the armor.
And I think those theories, prove to be unsubstantiated.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now dismissing some Trump claims about vote theft. And former Vice President Mike Pence speaking on Sunday's Face the Nation.
President Trump was wrong. He was wrong then, he's wrong now. I had no right to overturn the election.
Trump will be forced to juggle multiple court dates with campaign appearances this month, including a Republican debate. And a fourth indictment in Georgia could happen within weeks. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Former President Trump's legal team has until Monday to formally respond to that request for a protective order. But in a statement, they defended his social media post from Friday, calling it political speech. In other political news, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is filing a lawsuit against his past comments against vaccines. The Democratic hopeful filed suit against YouTube and its parent company Google. He says they are engaged in a censorship campaign in conjunction with the Biden administration. The platform has removed videos of a speech in which he questioned the safety of vaccines. Kennedy also cites the removal of multiple interviews he's done with popular right-leaning media personalities. A Google spokesperson calls the allegations in the lawsuit, quote, meritless. Back here in Wisconsin, there are lots of different holidays celebrated for everything you can think of, but how about one for a condiment? Since 1991, the National Mustard Museum in Middleton has been celebrating the first Saturday of August as National Mustard Day. They went all out for the condiment-themed celebrations this year, having hot dogs and brats, mustard, ice cream, mustard tastings, live music, mustard games, and much more. Be wary, though, mentioning other condiments might get you in hot water.
People sometimes want to put ketchup on their hot dogs. I know about freedom of choice, but that's desecration of a hot dog. And according to the National Condiment Research Council annual report, ketchup is now the leading cause of childhood stupidity in America.
We can't back any of those claims. A 50-50 raffle wrapped up Saturday's festivities with half the proceedings from tickets going to the nonprofit wing of the National Mustard Museum. The Transformation Center hosted their second annual Cardio for a Cause event on Saturday to give people just that. Participants rode, skied, and biked with the goal of reaching 100,000 meters and raising money for gastroparesis clinical research. It's a medical disorder that causes the digestive system to not work properly. Cardio for a Cause honors Erica Berger, who lost her life to the condition in 2010. Berger's older brother, Brent, held the event for the first time last year.
This year, we took the opportunity to go even bigger, and bigger in the sense that we now have a global outreach for it. We teamed up with a company called ErgZone, which allows anyone anywhere in the world to be able to jump on a Concept 2 machine, do some meters, and participate in the event. So instead of raising awareness locally, we now can raise awareness globally.
August is Gastroparesis Awareness Month. The Transformation Center will be raising money for clinical research all month long. Still ahead, it's the 78th anniversary of the U.S. dropping an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. We sit down with a history professor from the University of Wisconsin to look back on the monumental decision. Plus, you're taking a live look over the Capitol. Alex has another check of the forecast just ahead.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. Now get a Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Lightning with 3.9% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash and $500 low APR cash.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices.
For over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices has had one goal: to provide top-notch legal services. One call, one call, one call, one call, that's all.
Good Sunday morning there to you folks. We're tracking those rain showers. We said we would be tracking those at this point today, and we are. They're off towards the south and towards the west, south of Mankato, southwest of Rochester, out towards Mason City, west of Decorah, and north and west of Waterloo. Unfortunately, as we track these showers towards the east, they're not going to get too much further into southern Wisconsin. We'll see two different weather model projections, two different outcomes. Remember, we showed that yesterday morning, and I want to show you what the updates are today. This is all in the bottom line. Again, still thinking this storm system is going to slip to the south of the area, although a shower or a storm may sneak into the far southwestern portion of the state. And as I was mentioning earlier, I might need to take the thunderstorm out. I think the thunderstorm chance will stay further down into Illinois. What is certain? Cooler Monday, little bit at least. Now we need all those raindrops. Just look at this. Extreme drought conditions for all of southern Wisconsin, stretching from, let's say, Viroqua and Boscobel all the way east to just west of Watertown. And you don't have to go too far outside of that to have severe or at least moderate drought conditions. So we need all of those raindrops. And unfortunately, weather model number one, I showed this yesterday. This was the least optimistic weather model, and it's still not very optimistic, bringing those shower chances well to the south and west of Platteville, Dubuque, south and west of Monroe. And by the time we get into the wee hours of your Monday to start the work week, I should say, they're out of here. If this occurs, look at this. This just updated before we started our shows this morning. Less than 1/10 of an inch if you're lucky in Platteville. Looking at the National Weather Service and chit-chatting with them, they're also thinking that this may slip entirely to the south of the area. This is weather model number 2. Remember, I showed this yesterday. This one was a little bit more optimistic, bringing a couple of showers now today, or I should say as we go into Sunday evening and overnight, but this is the update as of today. Showers may be from Mineral Point to Monroe to Janesville. I think the thunderstorm chance is very, very tiny. If this verifies, again, this was the optimistic weather model yesterday, 1/10, quarter an inch right along the Wisconsin-Illinois border, a narrow miss of soaking rains further to the south over portions of Illinois. But I do have good news. I don't have rose-tinted glasses on today. I have the blue ones because of the rain chance, but I am a rose-tinted thinker here, the optimist, at least I like to be. Above normal rain chances as we go out still into August. So today, while we may miss out on this weather system, at least we've got other chances in the future. And cool temperatures, too, expected. at or right around normal across the area, which means a little less stress on the plants. We might not get the rain, but at least we don't have the hot temperatures to put stress on area crops. Gorgeous scene here. Thanks, Kim from Janesville. I'll step out of the way because Kim sent us this weather photo via First Warn at WISC-TV.com, and you can do that too. I like to get them on air.
Thank you so much, Alex. It was 78 years ago on this date when the U.S. military dropped an atomic bomb over Hiroshima, Japan. The first ever atomic bomb was detonated less than a month earlier on July 16th near Los Alamos, New Mexico. But it was the Hiroshima bomb which showed the world what the new technology was capable of doing. And recently, the Christopher Nolan film Oppenheimer has brought a new generation to understand the lead up to the decision. John Hall joins us now this morning. He's a retired U.S. Army Reserve Colonel and an associate professor of U.S. military history at UW-Madison. John, thank you for being here.
My pleasure, Kyle.
So, John, can you explain for us this morning how significant was it for the U.S. to drop this bomb on Hiroshima at that time?
Well, clearly at that time it was a hugely significant decision, one that met with resounding approval from the American public. In the aftermath of that bombing, we had perhaps around 85% public approval for that. And the tenor, the mood of the country at the time very much was to end the war as quickly as possible with a minimal cost in human life. Of course, with time, we have had the opportunity to reflect on this and can recognize that this also ushered in a terrible new era of warfare in which two bombs, very immature technology at the time, two bombs by themselves could incinerate 200,000 people or sicken them and ultimately lead to fatalities through radiation poisoning. So ever since then, the United States has, of course, continued, or the United States rather, mankind has hung in the balance beneath the sword of Damocles, as it were, with the introduction of this new terrible technology.
And the people responsible, what were they thinking at the time when this decision was made?
Well, in their own words, what they were thinking was that Japan would not surrender, that they were digging in, they were going to invest the home islands and inflict as many Allied casualties as possible in order to compel the Allies to accept some kind of negotiated settlement. And estimates about the number of Allied casualties that would be incurred are subject to immense historical debate. Nevertheless, they would have been severe, and so this was seen by them, in their own words, as a necessary step to compel the Japanese to surrender unconditionally.
One thing I want to get to is that with the new movie Oppenheimer being released recently, there's been a lot of talk about the dropping of the atomic bombs. I wonder, has there been any rewriting of history through this film or through other documents since the 1945 bombings?
Oh, certainly. I mean, all history is living history, and it goes through phases. I would say that what was hegemonic right after the dropping of the bomb would be let's call it the orthodox position, which took the decision makers' rationalizations at face value. Meanwhile, you saw the beginnings of what we would call a revisionist interpretation, which really hit a peak in 1965 when Racine native and UW undergrad Gar Alperovitz published a book called Atomic Diplomacy, in which he argued that the dropping was immoral, unnecessary, that it was used as a diplomatic ploy in order to cow the Soviets and give the United States an upper hand in negotiating in terms of a post-war settlement. And for quite a few years, I would say that that was probably the consensus interpretation. There is no consensus on such contentious topics. But by the late 90s, mid-90s, we'd seen enough documents declassified and a lot of Japanese sources come to light, which have actually, I think, in some measure, put the balance back on the original consensus or orthodox interpretation.
John Hall, thanks so much for being here. He's an associate professor of history at UW. Coming up next, Alex has another check of your Saturday forecast. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We're all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off on everything for back to school, plus get a free Vera Bradley lanyard and Zip ID. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back.
the MyPillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, MyPillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's crispy classic chicken sandwich. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good Sunday morning there. Tracking rain off towards the south and towards the west. Unfortunately, this rain's going to kind of tease southwestern and southern Wisconsin. Just yesterday, we were looking at 2 different weather models, one showing appreciable amounts of rain across portions of the area. Another weather model showing maybe not much at all. And it's that other weather model, the one not giving us much at all, that unfortunately I think is going to verify across the area. But that's why I like to show all the possibilities. I didn't want you to leave yesterday morning thinking we were for sure going to get this rain. I wanted to show you that there were 2 options. Again, rain off towards the south and towards the west, moving towards the east, but I think it's going to slip mostly underneath southern Wisconsin. Temperatures starting to climb, though. We're into the lower to middle to upper 60s across the whole area today. Again, we will see that shower and thunderstorm activity try to get as far east as, let's say, Grant County, Lafayette County, and south and west towards Monroe, Greene, and Rock counties, but that might be as far north as that rainfall gets. We'll take a look at that a little bit later.
Thank you so much, Alex. There are new discoveries about the impact of Canadian wildfire smoke that's polluting our skies and threatening our health. Reporter Jonah Copland traveled to Canada for a closer look at this North American crisis.
This is the 49th parallel, the border between the United States and Canada. It's an arbitrary line. We're about 400 miles from Minneapolis, and all those numbers, they mean nothing. Not to the smoke, which knows no borders and billows over, polluting our air and making for a historic, if not uncomfortable, summer. They don't start as massive infernos. WCCO cameras on the front lines with conservation officers right after they got word of this fresh hotspot in the Little Saskatchewan region of Manitoba. This fire contained to the reeds, and there aren't any visible flames. But look at all that smoke. Now multiply that by more than 5,000 wildfires tearing through Canadian forests, some of which are larger than some U.S. states. That's why we're hurting from this summer of smoke.
And just the impact it does have on our kids. Like, I even noticed they're coughing more at night, or windows can't be open.
Minnesotans can easily identify with families like the Allens in Winnipeg, valuing their limited summer days outside. Days like this make for some difficult decisions.
You now wake up every morning and check the air quality.
Yeah, and that also depends on what we do for the day. And it's a really big change in dynamics of, just being a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. It's like you never thought, it's like sunscreen, mosquitoes, and now it's like, okay, well, we can't even don't even have to think about those things because we can't even go outside because we can't breathe. It goes beyond just a little bit of, you smell smoke in the air and it's a little bit hazy. It's like, no, it affects our everyday lives.
New data and research from Canadian health officials confirm the wildfire smoke is more than just annoying, it's alarming. Jeff Amy is an air quality specialist at Canada's Ministry of Health.
We know it's dangerous. We are starting to draw all kinds of health associations between fine particulate matter and health outcomes such as, the ones you would think about, cardiovascular issues. But there's an association that we're seeing with diabetes. There's an association that we're seeing with low birth weight. There are some mental health associations that epidemiologists are starting to make correlations with the presence of wildfire smoke.
This is what you're studying right now?
It's what scientists are studying right now, yes.
In the U.S., air quality is measured by what's called the AQI, the Air Quality Index. It's a number between 0 and 500. The higher the number, the more smoke particles or other pollutants like ozone in the air. AQI is broken into 6 categories, reflecting the different levels of health concerns. When AQI exceeds 100, the air pollution is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. If the AQI reaches 200, the air pollution threatens everyone. In 2022, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, or MPCA, counted 259 days in green. That's nearly 9 months of the year, and just one day, the AQI exceeded 100. This summer, in just 6 months, we've already recorded 30 days in orange and 10 days in red. On June 14th, the AQI in Minneapolis peaked at a record high of 243. That's the worst ever recorded by the MPCA since it started tracking the daily AQI in 1980. According to the EPA, the city of Lakes that day had the worst air pollution across the entire United States. We just spent 3 years wearing masks because of COVID and a pandemic. Are we going to have to start wearing masks because of smoke from wildfires?
I personally don't think so. It is one of the protective measures that is at a person's disposal. I think the best thing to do is be aware of the air itself. I'm going to choose right now to get outside and go for my run. I'm going to play a round of golf in the evening rather than the afternoon because the smoke and the heat are probably going to be better in the evening. You always want to have your kids play outside. It's just a matter of saying when. And for a lot of it, especially as we move forward, it's going to be monitoring how much of a risk air quality is, knowing that it may not be perfect and still saying it's worth having the kids go outside and play.
Parents having to plan ahead, not a new idea, but certainly one with added urgency for moms like Alexandra Allen.
It's just one more thing we have to worry about that affect our kids for long term. It's not just, oh, this summer or this day or this week we have some smoke. It's could be forever. So, yeah, it sucks.
In Winnipeg, Canada, Jonah Kaplan, CBS News.
There's still a half hour of news ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories. We'll be right back.
A single strand of mRNA could individualize how we approach cancer. And the company that's getting us there, Moderna. This changes everything.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes my slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted my slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Like a bomb went off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody loves him.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
This half hour on Weekend Mornings, the war in Ukraine continues with their president saying a blood transfusion center and the latest casualty of the 18-month-long war. We have the details. Plus, former President Trump hitting the campaign trail, criticizing the various charges recently brought against him.
And unfortunately, a narrow miss on a soaking rain. Just how close that soaking rain is to southern Wisconsin.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It is 7:30 on this calm Sunday morning. Got the blue on, though, hoping for some rain. Let's take a look outside with Alex for what's ahead for your day. Alex.
I also got to say, you got the blue on, I got the blue glasses, so it's all starting to come together here, folks. Yeah, when I wear the blue glasses, when Kyle's got the blue, we got to color coordinate to the weather. And we are tracking some blue. Rain showers typically are the color blue if you get your crayon out. And our future track model here trying to show a couple of those rain showers making it in to southwestern Wisconsin, but I don't think these showers are going to make it in to the southwestern portion of the state by late morning. I think our weather model's a little bit overdone here. This is all part of our bottom line. Yesterday, I was showing that one of our weather models was indicating that this rain event may go to the south of Wisconsin, and I think that weather model is going to verify, folks. A couple of showers, maybe a storm can make it into the far southwestern part of the state, but as I've been reviewing the weather models and reviewing conversations with the National Weather Service, we might need to take the storm chance entirely out of the forecast too. What is certain is that there are cooler temperatures that are expected on your Monday, so coming up in just a bit, we'll take a look at both of those weather models, the ones we showed yesterday, and then I've got a little optimistic part of my forecast regarding rain coming up.
Thank you so much, Alex. New this morning, we have details on a bombing in Ukraine which hit a blood transfusion center in the city of Kharkiv. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky says a Russian-guided aerial bomb struck the blood center. That's according to his Telegram post. He added that there are dead and wounded without providing any specific numbers. Zelensky said that a fire broke out at the center following the attack. The war between Ukraine and Russia is now in its 18th month. Back here in the United States, drivers in Oregon are now doing something nearly all Americans get to do all the time. They are pumping their own gas. Governor Tina Kotek signed a new law Friday that went into effect immediately. It reverses a ban on self-service that dates back to 1951. Oregon becomes the 49th state to allow self-service. New Jersey is the only state left where tenants pump gas in a person's vehicle. And stations that offer full service cannot charge more than self-service stations. Former President Donald Trump is out on the campaign trail this weekend following his arraignment earlier this week on charges related to January 6th. He arrived in South Carolina Saturday to deliver remarks at the GOP Silver Elephant Dinner in Columbia. Trump criticized the various charges recently brought against him.
We call it a sham indictment, and the man that's doing it, I really believe he's mentally ill. But these are outrageous And it is an outrageous criminalization of political speech.
A recent CBS News poll showed 76% of likely GOP primary voters also believe the indictments are politically motivated. Back here in Madison, a noise complaint on the north side led to an arrest of 2 people after a man pointed a gun at police officers. Police said the complaint was called in around 4:45 Saturday morning on the 2300 block of Monterey Drive. A man allegedly pointed a gun at officers who were investigating the complaint. The man allegedly retreated into an apartment. Later, a few hours later, officers were able to resolve the situation with 2 people being arrested on felony parole violations. Madison police say a firearm was recovered from the scene. Some more local news. We have a look at the Sugar Maple Music Festival that took place over the past 2 days. The 2-day family-friendly festival concluded yesterday, exploring American roots music through main stage performances, workshops, and jam sessions. Bluegrass, Cajun, old-time Americana music, and some more were just some of the genres featured.
We do it because we think that music is a way to build community, and it's amazing for us. We think people can come together around music in a way that maybe they don't come together around other things.
This seems like a sweet event. You can find more details about it on our website, channel3000.com. And lots of wheels hit the bike trails Saturday afternoon in Madison. Free Bikes for Kids Madison hosted the Southside Slow Roll. It was a bike ride for those who had never participated in a group ride before. The event was about inclusivity, providing a community of support and fun, and fostering a love of bicycling. The ride was free, open to all human-powered bicycles and their riders.
This ride is designed for people that just really, they don't want to do 10 miles. You know, they're new to biking. They just want to get a feel of what a group ride is like. And so we're just creating this incredible, inclusive community building experience around bikes.
The riders started out at the Free Bikes for Kids workshop and then headed out. It was a tour of the South Side, focusing on bike trails and neighborhoods for their 5-mile journey to the village on Park. A DJ, food carts, and other activities greeted them there. A Milwaukee woman was stunned to come home and find half of her roof was missing. And it's not because of a storm, but because someone removed it. Reporter Nick Bohr shows us what happened.
Rindy Hart's Southside house was unceremoniously stripped of half its shingles, the roof vents torn out too. She came home last Thursday to find it like this.
It was after dark, and I noticed all this debris in my yard, and then came out with flashlights and saw that it was my roof that was taken off and put into my yard. And I hadn't hired anyone, so it was quite a shock.
Yes, a complete surprise, and whoever did it was nowhere to be seen.
I called the police right away, just because I knew it wasn't anything that I planned on having worked on.
Police got ring video showing a black truck and 2 men coming and going during the morning, but then they left in the afternoon.
My best guess is that there was a company or people that were assigned to a different house and that came to mind by mistake and just left when they realized.
They left in such a hurry, they left tools behind, including roof brackets, a hammer, even a pry bar. Even with insurance, the bizarre incident leaves Hart with more than $1,000 in bills and disappointed whoever did it didn't just admit their mistake.
You would think you would fix that issue, whether that be, at least saying like, hey, I'm sorry, this is what I did, let's get this fixed for you, or find someone that can fix it for me, but definitely not just leaving.
That was Nick Bohr reporting. Hart's insurance company had someone install a tarp over the roof to temporarily protect it from the elements. Coming next here on Weekend Mornings, we meet up with an antique equipment collector rather, and why he and many others enjoy the steam and gas engine hobby. That's next. Stick with us.
Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin?
Everyone at the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 3rd through the 13th.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Summertime comes and summertime goes, so let those good times roll. Summertime comes and summertime goes, so let those good times roll.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I'm here for
Your annual eye exam.
because I'm having trouble reading.
Exactly.
They sort of make me feel
Like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen?
exactly.
I'll take them.
Which hotel? Somebody say which hotel? I'm great at this. Dance your faves in the spa-like bathroom. Or enjoy local craft beers with breathtaking views at the Cambria. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
And welcome back. Are you familiar with the saying, one man's trash is another's treasure? Well, if you ask a group of collectors in Sauk County what their treasure is, the answer you get is certainly century-old farm equipment. And trust me, it's not trash to them. I met up with one of the club's members this week to hear why they enjoy taking a trip back in time. These are the sounds of steam and gas-powered machinery, something you won't find in many fields these days.
And it's a chance to get together with people that have your interests.
Peter Holzman, along with the roughly 900 members of the Badger Steam and Gas Club from all over the Midwest, collect what some would call artifacts or relics in our modern world, all ranging from the 1800s to some as recently as the 40s. And this would be considered a modern piece of equipment?
Well, yeah, why not? It's something I enjoy, and I enjoy the people I work with.
Right now, the grounds of the club's annual show are being prepared to welcome curious onlookers who want to take a trip back in time. This empty field becomes what Holzman describes as history coming to life.
Yeah, we really work hard to have the show, and we do it to preserve history.
And as it turns out, the show is something the group takes enormous pride in.
Part of it is it takes talent to operate these old machines because they're no longer an everyday item. You have to know what you're doing.
And while you and I might not find the vintage equipment all too interesting, others do. Holzman says for many of his generation, it's nostalgia that reigns supreme.
I guess in my youth, I don't know if today's youth is the same, but a lot of us farm boys, mechanical things were really what we're interested in. It's just a great hobby.
The Badger Steam and Gas Show returns August 18th through the 20th. Let's take a look outside now with Alex for your first warm weather.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. And folks, I grew up on a farm too and have to comment there. I wasn't so much into the mechanics, but I sure had my eyes up on the clouds all the time. My dad would say, Alex, focus, focus. So let's focus on the conditions, though. Sorry, Dad, I'm going to do the weather actually now as we plan your day here on your Sunday. Beautiful sky cam picture with our resident spider, I guess, here in the foreground. But the sun is out. We'll see those temperatures climb on up to around 80 degrees today in Madison. Fortunately, in the farm department, back at you, Dad, here. Not looking at good rain chances, unfortunately, today. Yesterday, we were looking at some of those weather models that were indicating maybe the possibility that even up in La Crosse that they might get some rain showers, but now today it looks like that weather system is going to slip towards the south. Coming up in my main weather, I will go back over those weather models again so I can show you what has occurred over the course of the past 24 hours with those weather models. But temperatures will be climbing up to right around 80 degrees today across the area. As we go out into the future, I said I'd be an optimist here. We do have some more periodic rain chances here, folks, as we go out into the future.
Thank you, Alex. Still ahead on Weekend Mornings, Andrew Banster breaks down Saturday's news and sports. Stick with us. Plus, as Alex says, he has another check of your full forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's crispy classic chicken sandwich. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, good Sunday morning there to folks. Here's where I'm going to reveal those 2 weather models. What they were showing yesterday is verifying today, at least one of those weather models, I should say. Right now, the shower and thunderstorm activity, and it's mostly just shower activity, out across portions of central Iowa, south central Minnesota, and it's trying to move towards the east. And yesterday, I was showing one of our weather models was indicating that this might slip underneath southern Wisconsin, and I think that's going to be the case. That's part of our bottom line. The Sunday storm system still shifting towards the south, maybe even a further southward shift in some of the weather models I was just just looking at what I'm going to show you here momentarily, I think any shower storm will stay well to the south of Madison. What is certain, though, is a cooler Monday behind this weather system. And we need the raindrops. The extreme drought conditions remain across southern Wisconsin. You go outside of those extreme drought conditions, and you have to go to isolated spots where conditions are just dry. Really, across the entire area, we're stretching moderate, severe to extreme drought across the entire portion of the area. This is weather model number 1. This is the least optimistic model, and it was the least optimistic yesterday. Look at this as we go into the Sunday afternoon time frame. Those showers, maybe a thunderstorm staying mostly to the south and west of the area. 1 or 2 might just catch Platteville if you're lucky. And as we carry on into Monday morning, that is just gone. Adios. If this verifies, we had a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch along the Wisconsin-Illinois border just moments ago. Now it's down to a 1/10 of an inch if you're lucky in Platteville. This is weather model number 2. Again, we like to show in the First Warn Weather Team all possible solutions because we don't want you to just look at one or the other and think, well, this is the one that's going to happen when there are 2 possibilities. This weather model has updated as well, holding that shower activity along the Wisconsin-Illinois border, maybe a shower or 2 from Mineral Point to Monroe to Janesville as we go into the early part of your Monday, if you're lucky. But this is just updated as well here. The rainfall expectations, even our friends at the National Weather Service are saying it might stay all to the south of southern Wisconsin, maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch in Platteville, 1/10 of an inch in Monroe, maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less in Janesville. But you folks know me probably well enough. Alex is the perpetual optimist, or at least I try to be. Our 8 to 14 day outlook here with our friends at the Climate Prediction Center showing the likelihood of rainfall, at least it's up there. It's above normal. We're not in a overall complete dry pattern. And this will also be accompanied with cooler than normal temperatures. So when we think of that stress on our plants, at least cooler temperatures will mean a little less stress on the plants. No stress here in this picture from Janesville. Thanks, Kim. A very calming sunrise scene with that fog out there. And of course, you can show us those weather photos very easy. First Warn at WISC-TV.com. Send us those photos and we'll try to get them on air.
Most days, especially this early, I can't even get to work on time. Meanwhile, Joe Thomas showed up every single day for 10 years, playing 10,363 consecutive snaps for his Cleveland Browns, all while his team went 48 and 128. That's why Joe Thomas is one of the best Badgers ever. It's also why he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame yesterday. Thomas, who was named to an All-Pro team in each of his first 10 NFL seasons, was driven by his meticulous attention to detail and unrivaled passion for the game. And now he's enshrined in football immortality.
Certainly wouldn't be on this stage here today without all those people that have helped shape me into the player that I was and the man that I am today. And that starts, Mom and Dad. Dad, can't look at you. I'm gonna cry. Stop it. I watch you go to work every single day, no matter what, no matter the circumstances. There was no complaints. It's just what you did. As an offensive lineman, it's just what we do. We go to work.
And the Brewers battling to stay on top of the NL Central. Pick things up in the bottom of the 9th. Crew trail by 1, and there's the rookie, Sal Frelick. He comes through, sending a line shot through the left side of the infield. And just like that, we've got free baseball. Then in the 10th, bases juiced, and here's Blake Perkins. Base knock scores the game winner, and it's the rookie's first career walk-off hit. What a win for the Crew. Brewers win at 3-2 in 10 innings. That's your morning sports fix. Have a sensational Sunday.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
And Doug.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Bye, Uncle Emu.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Monday, we're kicking off our back-to-school supply drive.
Josh and I will be live at Metcalf's behind the Westtown Mall. Stop by with a donation to help us stuff the bus.
And after the rain, we are expecting cooler weather for the upcoming week. Join us Monday between 4:30 and 7.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
Finally this morning, a look at a fun and unique festival that took place in Jefferson County yesterday. They had the tagline, "Whatever floats your goat." The Goat Fest is a celebration of Jefferson's residents of Goat Island that just so happen to have hooves. Activities included a goat petting area, goat race, a kids zone, music, food, a beer tent, vendors, and a car show. Quite a lot was happening there. All proceeds from the event go to maintaining the island and caring for the goats.
To see everyone come out and enjoy some wonderful music, get to see the goats, enjoy all the makers markets, talk to the vendors. It's really great to have something available for everyone here.
6 goats are sponsored each year by different businesses in the community. All those spots for next year are now up for grabs. There are also 3 baby goats on the island in need of names. Alex Harrington now for one last final check of the forecast. Alex, would you name maybe one of them Cloud?
Maybe. All I was thinking about is how could I transition to the weather here. I guess we have a good forecast. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, Kyle. Temperatures today going up to about 80 degrees in Madison. I do think those shower chances are going to stay mostly to the south of the area. We'll go up pretty close to 80. Our friends up in La Crosse like to tune in at this time of the day as well, folks. And as we carry out in the 7 to 10 day forecast, chances of rain on and off, so it's not all is lost here, even though this weather system today is going to the south. As I expected yesterday, we do have other rain chances in the forecast, not just for Madison, but for our friends also up towards La Crosse as well. Periodic chances, the best chance, I think, Wednesday night going into early Thursday. We might have another complex of storms coming in Friday morning and then yet another one later in the weekend. So on and off rain chances, temperatures staying at or below normal.
Thank you, Alex. I can't do the goat, but have a good day, everyone.